Ever felt like the deeper you think, the more you're pushed away? Like your ideas are too big, too bold, and people just don't get it? If that's you, this video is your wake-up call. Here's a truth that'll hit like a freight train. 90% of people never chase their big ideas because society fears deep thinkers. Not because they're wrong, but because they're too right, too soon. And that fear, it's killing your potential. Pause. That sting of being misunderstood, it's not your fault. The world's wired to keep you small, to silence the spark in your mind. But deep inside, you know you're built for more. You felt it. Those moments when your ideas could light up the world. Today, we're not just fanning that spark. We're turning it into a blaze no one can ignore. Don't skip. 20 seconds from now, you'll hear something that'll flip how you see yourself. This isn't fluffy talk. It's raw, real, and backed by Napoleon Hill's wisdom. The man who turned big, thinking into a blueprint for success. Society's always feared minds like yours, from Socrates to Tesla to everyday dreamers who dared to think different. Why? Because your intelligence doesn't just challenge ideas, it challenges power. Here's the deal. The next 10 minutes will show you why society pushes you away and how to turn your mind into a force that shapes the future. No vague promises, just hard truths and steps that work. If you've ever been called too much or felt alone in your thoughts, this is for you. The story you're about to hear could change how you see your place in the world. But you've got to stay with me. One question. What's the big idea you're scared to share? The one that keeps you up at night? Hold it close. By the end, you won't just think it, you'll start building it. Let's dive in. You're still here, and that means you feel it. That spark of big ideas itching to break free. But why do people shut you down when you think deeply? Why does your intelligence make them squirm? It's not you, it's them, and it's wired into human psychology. Let's rip the curtain off this. Society doesn't fear your brain because it's wrong. It fears it because it's a mirror. When you think big, you reflect back the limits of everyone else's mind. Most people can't handle that. Picture this. A strong guy walks in. You might admire his muscles. A rich person shows up. You might envy their cash. But a deep thinker? They make you feel small without saying a word. Psychologists call it the mirror effect, and it's why your ideas get blank stares or awkward laughs. Here's a story. A couple of years back, I pitched a bold idea at work, a new way to streamline projects. My boss didn't argue. He just smirked and said, "Stick to your lane." It stung. Later, I realized he wasn't mad at my idea. He was rattled because it made him question his own. That's the mirror effect in action. Your intelligence doesn't just challenge ideas. It challenges egos. And egos fight dirty to stay safe. Science backs this up. A 2021 Stanford study found that when people feel intellectually outmatched, their amygdala, the brain's fear center, lights up like a warning siren. It's not just discomfort. It's a primal threat response, like facing a predator. Why? Because deep down, we tie our identity to our thoughts. When someone like you comes along, questioning what others take for granted, it feels like an attack on who they are. So they push back. Not because you're wrong, but because you're too right. Don't click away. 90% of people miss this next truth. And it's a game changer. Ever tried sharing a big idea and got silence? That's not you failing. It's them protecting their comfort zone. Who's the one person who's told you your ideas are too much. Think of them right now. Their resistance isn't your limit, it's their fear. Your mind's a gift, but it's also a weapon. And society's scared of what it can do. Napoleon Hill knew this. He said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Your intelligence isn't a curse. It's a spark that can reshape the world. But to use it, you've got to understand why people resist. Keep this in mind. It ties to what's coming next. I'm about to show you how history's greatest minds faced this same pushback and still changed everything. Stay with me. You're still with me. And that's no accident. You know your mind's got something big to offer, even if others try to dim it. Now let's prove it's not just you. Society's always pushed back against deep thinkers. But those minds change the world anyway. These stories aren't just history lessons. They're proof you can rise above the noise. First, Socrates. Ancient Athens called him a troublemaker for asking hard questions. He dared people to think critically, to challenge their sacred beliefs. The result? They sentenced him to death, forcing him to drink poison in 399 BC. His crime wasn't lies, it was truth. He saw through the crowd's illusions and paid the ultimate price. Yet, his ideas birthed Western philosophy. Socrates didn't bend, and his legacy still shapes how we think today. Fast forward to Nikola Tesla. In the 1900s, he dreamed of free energy for all, a wireless world that sounded like sci-fi. Industrial giants like Edison saw him as a threat, not to progress, but to their profits. They sidelined him, smeared his name, left him broke. Tesla died alone in a tiny hotel room, but his inventions power our lives now. His mind was too big for his time, and society punished him for it. Think this only happens to legends? Meet Aisha, a 28-year-old coder from Chicago. In 2022, she pitched an AI startup to investors, a platform to make education free for underserved kids. They laughed her out of the room. Too idealistic, they said. Aisha kept going, coding at night in her cramped apartment, ignoring the doubters. Last year, her app reached 10,000 kids, and those same investors are now begging to fund her. Aisha's no different from you. She just refused to let society's fear stop her. If these stories hit you, hang tight. The next part's pure fire, and I bet it'll surprise you. What ties Socrates, Tesla, and Aisha together? They didn't just think deeply, they acted on it. They faced rejection, ridicule, and worse, but their ideas outlasted the noise. Your mind's made of the same steel. You don't need everyone's approval. You need to believe you're worth it. What's one idea you've been told is too crazy? Think about it right now. That's the idea we're going to unleash. You're probably wondering, okay, but how do I turn my thoughts into action? That's coming, and it's a game changer. There's a secret I'll drop at the end that'll tie it all together. But first, we're diving into Napoleon Hill's wisdom to make your mind unstoppable. Keep this in mind. What's next isn't just advice. It's your blueprint to change the world. Stay locked in. You've seen it. Socrates, Tesla, Aisha. They didn't just think big. They turned their ideas into impact despite the pushback. Now, it's your turn. You're probably asking, how do I take my thoughts and make them real without society shutting me down? That's where Napoleon Hill comes in. His book, Think and Grow Rich, isn't just about money. It's about turning your mind into a force no one can ignore. I'm giving you 3 practical tools to harness your intelligence and avoid the isolation trap. These aren't theories. They're steps I've used, and they work. Stay with me. This gets good. First tool, set a clear goal. Your brain's a powerhouse, but it needs direction. Write down one big idea you want to bring to life. Maybe it's a project, a book, or a new way to solve a problem. Be specific. Hill spent 20 years chasing one goal, decoding the secrets of success. Even when publishers laughed, he stayed focused. I did this after my first pitch flopped. I wrote, create one video that inspires 100 people. That clarity kept me going. Tonight, grab a pen and write your goal. It's not a dream. It's a target. Second tool, visualize your win. Your mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. Spend 5 minutes a day picturing your idea coming to life. See yourself presenting it, people listening, the impact spreading. Feel the pride, the energy. Hill visualized his book, changing millions of lives before it was written. When I was starting out, I saw myself speaking to a crowd, even with 0 followers. It wired my brain for action. Try it. Close your eyes tonight and live your success. Hold that vision. It's about to tie into what's next. Don't tune out. This next tool is pure gold, and 90% of people skip it. Third tool, take one small action. Big ideas die without movement. Pick one tiny step toward your goal and do it today. Want to start a podcast? Record a 30-second intro. Want to innovate at work? Share one idea in a meeting. My first video was shaky, watched by 3 people. But that one post sparked everything. Hill interviewed one person at a time for years. Small steps build belief. Right now, think of one action you can take. It's not about perfection. It's about starting. Here's a quick story to keep you locked in. Hill faced rejection for decades, but he said, every adversity carries the seed of an equal or greater benefit. That's your mindset. Your intelligence isn't a burden, it's a rocket. But you've got to light the fuse. I've got a story coming up that'll blow your mind, but first, we need to talk about what happens when society fights back. The next part's about facing critics, isolation, and doubt head-on. You'll hear a secret that'll make it all click. Stay with me. This is your blueprint to shine. You've got the tools today. Clear goals, vivid vision, small actions. Your mind's a powerhouse, ready to change the game. But let's be real. Society doesn't roll out the red carpet for big thinkers. It throws roadblocks, critics, isolation, even your own doubts. Most people crumble here. Not you, not today. We're tackling the 3 biggest obstacles to your brilliance and showing you how to bulldoze through. Stay with me. You're about to hear a secret that'll flip the script. First up, critics. They're not just annoying, they're scared. Your ideas make people question themselves, and they lash out to feel safe. A few years back, I pitched a startup idea at a conference. A colleague snickered, "You're dreaming too big. Stick to reality." It hurt. Then I saw it. He wasn't attacking me. He was guarding his own small world. Critics don't hate your ideas. They fear your potential. The fix? Ignore them. Not out of ego, but focus. Share your thoughts with those who get it. And let the rest fade. Your brilliance isn't their business. Don't click away. This next part's pure fire, and 90% of people miss it. Second obstacle, isolation. Deep thinking can feel lonely when no one gets your vision. Ever sat in a room full of people, feeling like an alien? That's not failure. It's proof you're ahead. Napoleon Hill faced this, grinding alone for years while others called him crazy. The solution? Find your tribe. Seek out one person, online, in books, or in life, who sparks your ideas. I found a mentor on a forum who believed in me when I felt invisible. One ally can change everything. Who's the one person you can share your big idea with? Think of them now. Third, self-doubt. This one's the sneakiest. Your own mind can whisper, "Am I too out there? Too ahead?" I felt this after my first video bombed. 3 views, no likes. I almost quit. Then I remembered Hill's words. What you believe, you achieve. Doubt's not a sign you're wrong. It's a test of your grit. Counter it by acting. Take that small step from the last section. Every move proves you're bigger than your fears. Here's the secret society doesn't want you to know. Resistance doesn't break your brilliance. It sharpens it. Critics clarify your focus. Isolation builds your resilience. Doubt fuels your growth. Every pushback is a chance to become unstoppable. You're not weak for facing these. You're powerful for outlasting them. If this hits home, don't stop. You're going to love what's next. Our next video on fearless thinking will show you how to turn ideas into impact. And it's a must-see. But first, we're wrapping up with a call to action that'll light you up. If you've ever felt your ideas are too big, this is your moment. Stay locked in. You're still here, and that says it all. You've uncovered why society fears your mind, from the mirror effect to history's rebels like Socrates, Tesla, and Aisha. You've got Napoleon Hill's tools to turn your intelligence into power and strategies to smash through critics, isolation, and doubt. Now, it's time to act. This is your moment to stop hiding, stop doubting, and start shaping the world with your ideas. Don't just watch this and scroll away. Choose right now, because if you don't believe in your brilliance, you're letting society win. But when you do, you become unstoppable. Let's pull it together. Society fears deep thinkers because your ideas challenge comfort, power, and egos. But that fear? It's proof you're on to something big. Hill taught us that intelligence isn't a curse. It's a spark. You set clear goals to focus it, visualize success to fuel it, take small steps to ignite it, and surround yourself with allies to protect it. Critics, isolation, doubt, they're not walls, they're fuel. You've got everything to turn your mind into a force that changes history. The only question, will you? Here's your challenge. Do this today. Grab a pen or your phone. Write down one big idea you've been scared to share. Maybe it's a business, a book, or a way to fix something broken in the world. Now, pick one person you trust and share it with them. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. It could be a friend, a mentor, even a comment below this video. When I was stuck, I shared my first blog post with a coworker. 300 clumsy words about chasing dreams. It got 3 views, but that one act sparked my journey to this moment with you. One step changed everything. What's your step? Take it now. Don't stop here. This fire in you is just the start. Why does this matter? Because every second you hold back, society's fear wins. Every day you keep your ideas locked up, the world misses out. You're not too out there, too young, or too late. You're ready now. Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The moment you act, you'll feel it. A spark, a rush, a voice saying, 'This is who I am.' That's your brilliance taking root, and once it's there, nothing can dim it." Here's a story to seal it. Years ago, I was terrified to share my ideas. I'd pitch them and get laughed off. Friends, colleagues, even family said, "Get real." But Hill's words stuck with me. Every adversity has a seed of opportunity. So, I started small, posting one video that bombed, then another. Each failure taught me, sharpened me. Today, I'm here, speaking to you, because I chose to believe in my mind over the noise. Your ideas are bigger than the doubters. One move can spark your legacy. If you're feeling this, our next video on fearless thinking will show you how to turn your ideas into world-changing impact. It answers the question burning in you. How do I keep this fire alive? It's a game changer, so don't miss it. But before you go, hear this. You weren't born to fit in. You weren't born to shrink. You were born to think, create, and lead. Socrates died for his truth. Tesla powered the future. Aisha lifted thousands. They were like you, misunderstood, doubted, but relentless. Your mind doesn't just change your life, it changes history. Stand up. Look in the mirror tonight and say, "I am brilliant. I am unstoppable. My ideas will shape the world." Mean it. The world will throw critics, silence, noise. But you're stronger. You're a force. When you believe in your mind, society has no choice but to make room. So, act today. Share that idea. Light that spark. As Hill said, your mind is your greatest asset. Use it. This is your wake-up call. Your ideas aren't just thoughts. They're your mission. Go make them real. Drop a comment below. What's the one idea you're ready to share? Let's start this revolution together. Hit subscribe. We're just getting started.